Okay, appreciate you guys being here this afternoon. Tough game. I mean, tip our hats to Tennessee and Coach Barnes. They have a really, really good ball club. I think maybe the best team in the SEC. Getting a chance to play them on their home court. They're a physical team. Both ends of the floor, they're physical. They really, pounded the glass on us tonight. We don't really get out tough a whole lot of times, but they really out toughed us and out physical to us tonight in this ball game. And they set the tone early, and we never really kind of adapted and adjusted to the physicality of the game.
Questions for Coach, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
In terms of you talked about the physicality, I guess that's the kind of thing that you can see on film, but maybe seeing it in person is different. Do you think the guys were just a little surprised by it, your guys?
Well, we weren't surprised by it. We knew we had to have a physical mindset coming into this game. Our league's really physical in the Big 12, night in and night out. But tonight we just wasn't up for the challenge in terms of doing that. I've got to do a better job of trying to coach those guys to be more physical, and obviously they've got to do their part likewise. Games like this, in the SEC Challenge are really good for college basketball. We're going to learn a lot from this. We're going to be better from this. Having a chance again, I think, to play the team that wins the SEC on their home court. I think they've got a great chance to win, and they're really, really talented. They're older. They got inside play. They got guys that can make shots. I think we're going to really grow from this experience, and it's going to make us better.
What about Olivier Kamwa made it so complicated for you guys to guard him?
He played like an older player. He played like an experienced guy that was on a mission to be extremely physical in the game. Started early in terms of his interior play on the offensive glass, and as well as finishing around the basket.
Better than most how many great point guards Rick has coached. Just what is Zakai doing right now that's making him play so special?
Well, I think he's making the guys around him better. He's got a good group of guys around him that can score the ball around him. But you got to kind of pick your poison in terms of how you're going to guard him in the pick-and-roll situations. You got to try to keep him out of the paint because he does a great job of finding guys, whether it be at the rim or for perimeter shots as well. But he's tough. He plays, really pesky on defense as well in terms of a lot of activity. He's a good player.
You guys did about as well offensively against Tennessee as almost anyone has this year statistically. I mean, they lead the nation in all these categories. What do you think makes them so good on that side?
I think they play, obviously, just like anyone would. If you're a really good defensive team, you got to start with playing really hard. They play really hard. They do a great job of protecting the paint. They really collapse on guys, and they use a lot of their physicality. They're older. They sometimes get away with some grabbing and some holding on a little bit and things, but they're crafty. They understand how to do it, and then they do a great job defensive rebounding. They don't give you a lot of really good looks. We got some good looks early. We just didn't make shots early, and then we come down on the other end and didn't keep them off the glass. That was the difference early in the game. We got great looks. We make some of those shots early in the game. It's probably a different start to the game.
This challenge a couple of times. After 10 years, it's coming to an end, and obviously the ACC and SEC are partnering. Texas will be coming in the league. But are you sorry that this Big 12 SEC is coming to a close?
No, because I think it's great for college basketball for you to step outside your league and try to pitch your league against another league in terms of the best with the best. And I think they're playing the best in their league right now. Alabama went to Oklahoma today, and it was a 30-point loss. Tennessee, they're good. You watch them on tape and you see them in person, up close, and in a game, they're a handful to deal with. You again have to match their physicality. That's what it kind of gets down to. We've got a really good team, and we really haven't gotten out tough this year or out physical this year. Today we did, and we'll learn from it. We'll be better from it, and we only keep these games for one night, whether you win or lose, and we've got a tough game Monday against a really good team from our league, Baylor, and we've got to have a quick turnaround.
You're around some of Rick's really good Texas teams, including that Final Four one. How does this one maybe compare to some of those good teams you guys had at that point?
Well, they've got a lot of experience. They got a lot of experience. They're older. He's got guys that can play inside, a number of different guys that can play physical. We always had physical guys that could rebound and defend. We always also had guys that could shoot the ball. We also had a really good point guard in T.J. Ford, National Player of the Year. So that was pretty good as well. But he's got a point guard that's playing really well. That's a really good player as well. So they have all the ingredients of being a Final Four team. And I think I said that early in the year. I thought that they were a team that had a chance to be a Final Four team.
With Marcus sort of, I guess, being held a little bit below what he normally does tonight, how big was it for Rice to step up and do what he did, and how big, especially in this kind of environment, how big is that for this team going forward that y'all could sort of hang and answer when things like that happen?
Yeah, Rice has played well for us all year long. He's come off the bench, and he's had a positive contribution in every ball game. He came in and made some shots for us tonight. Marcus, got in foul trouble early and kind of had to play through that foul trouble throughout a better part of the game. But I thought Jabari came in and really gave us a good lift, not only offensively, but he also really tried hard defensively as well.
Marcus Carr only scored 11 points all in the second half. What did Tennessee do? I know you said he got foul trouble, but what did Tennessee do to limit him?
Yeah, you pick up 2 quick fouls. You can guard him. You can't guard him if he's not on the floor. He's on the bench. So that's hard. That's hard to deal with. But a lot of times things are going to happen in games, and other guys are going to step up and make plays. He's been a guy that's really performed well for us all year long, and I know he'll continue to do that for us moving forward.
During the pregame, I saw you and Rick Barnes embracing a big smile on his face to kind of have a embracing moment with the guy you coached along with so long. What did that mean?
Coach is family. He's a mentor to myself. We've talk regularly throughout every season. Someone I grew up with in my early adulthood, and we had an incredible run together. Won a lot of games with a lot of really good players, and I just think the world of him. I have tremendous respect for him, and I think he's a Hall of Fame coach.